This is Jim, and welcome to another lesson here on educator.com. Today, we're going to get to the fun stuff. Okay, of course, we all heard about Facebook, and we're going to talk about how Facebook is beneficial to your business. But before business comes personal. And we're going to go ahead and talk about Facebook on how to create a personal page. Now, the reason why this is important is because in order for you to create a presence for your business, you need to create a presence for yourself first. And, well, it's not my rule, it's Facebook's rule, and that's the way it goes. They definitely want to make sure that it's a real person and not a business. And frankly, I think that's a pretty good rule. I mean, and of course, the intention of Facebook is to keep in touch with your family, your friends, your associates. But at the same time, with over, I guess it's now up to 850 million users, okay, it's officially the third largest populated nation, if it was a nation, in the world behind China and India. 850 million people. Well, that's a tremendous marketing opportunity right there. So we're going to discuss on why and, of course, how to create a personal page. And, of course, we're going to talk about personal page versus a group page, and then the rules of logging in, and then uploading pictures and videos, which you can share with anybody and everybody. Of course, Facebook, as I mentioned before, it is the largest social networking phenomenon of our time, 850 million people. So this is, again, a very tremendous marketing opportunity. I think any business worth its salt would definitely want to have a presence here. But the key word is not just to have a presence, but to have an active presence. Okay, in other words, you really need to work it. Okay, I mean, the website, whether it's whatever it could be, whether it's on Google or what, you need to keep things active. Okay, so it's a great way to communicate your products and your service to people around the world. Okay, products and services. So let's go to the next slide and go over. As I mentioned before, Facebook wants a personal page before you create a group page. And a group page, okay, as I mentioned right here, this is more for, well, it could be anything. And we're going to go into it's more for your business, your career. It could be a special project. Okay. Some of those who write a book has a group page for their books or tapes. It could be for a movie. It could be anything that allows you to cater to a larger audience, not just your friends and family. Okay, this is more about business, more about charity, special interests. Again, the personal page allows you to communicate with friends, families, and associates. All right, so let's go ahead and look into Facebook. I'm not going to, the best thing for me to do is kind of show you exactly what Facebook is. When you type in Facebook.com, pretty much you're going to see something like this. Of course, this is the year 2012. I don't know what time period you're looking at this video, or, this is the month of June. So, again, it could be the month of December when you're watching this. So, it definitely is going to look different picture, everything. But pretty much the same concept over here, and the reason why I wanted to introduce this to you is because it kind of tells you what they're looking for. It's a very simple sign-up process. You enter your first name, you want to put your first name, and if I was to type in my name, okay, I put my first name, last name, and of course I'm exposing to you my email address. Feel free to send me an email if you want to say hello. And then, of course, whatever your password will be. And then choose your gender and, of course, your birth date, whatever it could be. Again, okay, I think that the age limit for Facebook is around 13, as it should be. Okay, so if you're younger than 13, I don't recommend Facebook. In fact, I kind of think that Facebook should have an age limit of 15 or 16, but hey, who am I to make that policy? And then once you do fill this up, you sign up and you're taken to Facebook. Now, I do have an established account, and I'm going to go ahead and return back to the slides and show you the next slide what you'll run into. Now, when you do go into the Facebook page, the first thing you're going to see is something like this. Okay, and you're opened up with what is known as this section right here, and that is known as your news feed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this. And it's a nice little feature here because it explains to you what your friends, your family, and the groups that you belong in, what they're doing. Like this person here is a friend, but this person right here, and although I don't want to sound too political, this is a group. Okay, so it tells you what your group, again, and this is a friend. So it tells you what your friends and groups are doing, and it streams, and you can look at it. So that's the opening page. Over here to the right side, it offers other sorts of messages, and it'll, of course, they want you to find more friends, because the more friends, the more their database increases. Down here it also recommends people you may know, and I apologize again if you can't see this very well. But here we're going to discuss in another lesson is what is known as AdWords for Facebook. Okay, advertisement for Facebook. We're going to go that in another couple of lessons. This section here tells you who is online based on the green dots. And right here is other options. Of course, it'll tell you that we are on the news feeds. There are and there's other little links that you can click on for that purpose. So anyways, I don't want to go into this too much because I know it's very hard to see, but as you can see right now, it divides everything in sections, and I'm allowed to write here. I'm allowed to use my pen here and describe certain things. There is a search field here, and you can search your friends and your groups that you belong to. Okay, and speaking of groups right here, these are groups right here, okay, that you belong to. And these are apps, okay, that you were able to install into Facebook. And there aren't too many apps in there, but at any rate, that is one of the main options and features that Facebook has. You can go ahead and add photos and videos, and I guess if you have questions, you can do that. Here's where you have your account info. Anyways, without having spent too much time, let's go on to the browser. If I can find the cursor, there it is. Let's open up the browser and let's look at my Facebook account. Okay, here it is, and it's easier to see. As you can see, everything is updated in real time, and perhaps you saw the image over here, the top image. It says, "Life is nowhere. What did you read? Life is nowhere," or "Life is now here." Yeah. Anyway, so that's the message that on the group that I belong to, and with messages like that, I might just unbelong to them. But anyway, you can see I have my picture over here, and again, I'm going to go ahead and increase the size a little bit if I can. So on the left-hand side, right here, you can see that I have news feeds that is highlighted, and that's exactly where I am. Then if I want to see my messages, I can click here. These are all the people that are emailing me personally. So Facebook is a very large email provider. Here are the different events that I'm invited to. And then of course these are my favorites. This is my company Facebook page. Okay, as you can see, I have about 161 people that like it. And if I go back, of course, there are other pages that I like. For instance, Dogs and Gods. For those of you who love dogs and think dogs are God's gift to human beings, which I think so, you can go ahead and enjoy wonderful, nice little pictures like this and see how many people share that view. So if you have a common interest, again, you can definitely enjoy the news feeds over here. And right here on the top of the page, I can go ahead and type in a special interest, for instance, educator.com. Okay, I encourage you to go into educator.com's Facebook and go ahead and like it. Okay, so it's already liked. You can go down here and see the different instructors and comments on educator.com. And the magic number, of course, is the 56,000 people that like it. So the potential is pretty interesting. Now, with Educator having 56,744 people liking this page, how much easier it is to communicate with them. Okay, Educator, all they have to do is let me go back to the browser right here. Educator, all they have to do right here is type something in their wall and go from there. And they're able to communicate to 56,744 people. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and reduce this, and I will go ahead and show you the next slide. Now, this is my personal page. As you can see, you see yours truly right here. Okay, there I am. And then here is my personal photos. This is a picture of my son right there, and just born, 4 months, again, June 2013. And here, whatever is on my mind, I can write here. And the whole world, whoever is my friends, they will be able to read that. I can put in a picture of myself, and I can put a picture of, I guess, the main screen picture. This new format is what is called timeline, and very controversial. Facebook decided to implement that. I'm not here to say whether I like it or whether I don't like it. I'll let you decide. But timeline allows you to kind of go back and look at the history or your relationship or your account with Facebook. Again, I've got a search engine here. Let's go back to the browser and kind of go a little bit deeper about timeline. Okay, let's go ahead and find my browser here. There it is. Okay, so with timeline, and the way to enter timeline is just click on your own name right there, and you can see right here a bigger version. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reduce it just a little bit so you can see everything. Okay, now I'm going a little personal on this, so and if you want to be my friend, great. Go ahead and send me a friend request, facebook.com/webmasterjim. Okay, if you type in Jim Hague, you'll find a lot of Jim Hagues out there, but keep looking. And of course, there's my family there. And again, I'm getting a little personal here, but I've got all sorts of information here about myself, which I don't want to go too into. But as you can see, you can upload photos. Here I can go ahead and click on the photo. It allows me to upload a photo or a video. I can create albums using a webcam, things of that nature. But what I really want to communicate here is not my personal life, but the fact that in order for me to create pages, okay, my group pages, and I'm going to take one step backward, and here are the group pages that I've created. Of course, one is for my company here. I'm going to go back. Another one is also another nonprofit, Support Your Local Teacher. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this in the next lesson. But here again, Support Your Local Teachers, a charity that I support about supporting local teachers. And I can write everything, communicate everything, and talk to the people who like this. Okay, and then of course the other page that I will go back to if I can. Here we go. Of course, Web Tips TV, another organization that I belong to. And of course, if I want to say something, I'll just say something right now. Live on educator.com right now. Okay, so now everybody knows that I am doing this while I'm videotaping here on educator.com. All right, but I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to mention that in order for me to create my group page, whatever it could be, I had to have created my personal page first. Okay, so that's exactly the rules of of Facebook. Let's go ahead and go to one final slide right here. So again, I need to create a personal page, okay, in order to create a group page. And on the next lesson we're going to talk about how to create a group page. So log on to Facebook if you haven't already done so. I'd be amazed if some of you who are looking at this don't have a Facebook account. But if you don't have a Facebook account, you really should consider it. If you are a developer, if you're a business, again, the magic number here is 850 million people. Okay, who wouldn't want to have access to that kind of database? Okay, so let's go ahead and to the next lesson. We're going to dive further into Facebook. This is Jim here on educator.com, lessons on e-marketing.